All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pedro Ramos, and I am the lucky person that gets to call himself the superintendent of the mighty Everglades National Park. And I would like to welcome you all to the brand new Guy Bradley Visitor Center. As you all know, this Flamingo Visitor Center was known as the Flamingo Visitor Center, but no longer. We have renamed it and we're rededicating it in memory of Guy Bradley. Guy Bradley was a game warden who lived right here in this village of Flamingo, and he was murdered in 1905, protecting the resources that we love. So, if you're sitting and you're able to stand up, I'd like you to stand up for the presentation of colors, please. Thank you.
Uniform personnel. Up and up. Colors. Port. Arms. Port. March. Uniform personnel. Present arms. Color. Pull. Lift. Face. Present arms. Colors. Port. Arms. Right. Face. Forward. March. Prepare to post. Colors. Post. Colors. Present arms. Colors. Order. Arms. All uniform personnel. Order. Arms. Colors. Face. Forward. March.
Please join me for a moment of silence in memory of Mr. Guy Bradley.
Uniform personnel, raise and arms. Order, arms. At ease.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is no coincidence that we had the honor guard from the National Park Service alongside the honor guard from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, one of the strongest and most important partners that we have here in the state of Florida. And Roger, it is really a pleasure to have you here with us. Thank you for the friendship and the partnership that we share. I welcomed everybody a little formally a little bit ago because that was the appropriate thing, but I want to say again, welcome to the brand spanking new Guy Bradley Visitor Center, please. We did it. It's in front of the Miami Herald. We've done it. Flamingo is back to life. Flamingo is back to life. And we're excited about it. There's a few people that I want to recognize. Commissioner from Monroe County, Commissioner Scholl, where are you? Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Any other elected officials that are here in the room? I know that Mia from Miami Mayor Daniela Levine Cava is here. Mia, where are you? Thank you so much for being here. We missed the mayor, and I know that she's here in spirit. I also want to recognize two heads of agencies. Mr. Drew Bartlett, my partner in crime. We're getting a lot of great stuff done around Everglades restoration. I love you, Drew. Let's keep it up. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. And the Deputy Commander of the Army Corps of Engineers, Corey Bell. Corey, it's great to have you here. Welcome to Florida. Corey's a newcomer here, but he's getting up to speed really, really fast. So last December, not even a year ago, we were here celebrating. We gathered because we wanted to celebrate the 75th anniversary of Everglades National Park. And in that moment, we also celebrated the Miccosukee and the Seminole people's place on this, their homeland. And we also took the opportunity to make sure that we doubled down and committed to once and for all finishing the work to restore these Everglades. Today we gather for a different reason. We gather to rededicate this visitor center to somebody that gave his life for the cause, and to celebrate the grand opening of the Flamingo Lodge. Yeah, that's it. And the partnerships that made it all happen. I don't want anybody to fall asleep here. Our conservation work collectively, and everybody plays a role. Every single one of you in this room takes many shapes, from restoration work that we do, to building climate change resilience, to removing all of these exotic animals and plants that are taking over the landscape, and building facilities like this. And the brand new Flamingo Lodge are also very much part of how protect these special places, not just down here in Florida, but throughout the country. They give people the opportunity to visit. They give people the opportunity to learn about them and experience them in a real way. They gave people the opportunity to fall in love with them. Because unless you fall in love with something, you may not care for it in the long time. And we are in the business of forever, of perpetual conservation. And that's a long, long time. Flamingo is the gateway to Florida Bay, right here. The place that opened our eyes in the 80s and the 90s, because the bay was dying, and there is no other way of saying it. It led to Congress passing and President Clinton signing the Comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan, the largest ecosystem restoration in the history not of our country but the world. And it will be from here, from this space, that many people will celebrate the American people's accomplishments in restoring the Everglades, because I know we're going to get it done. And this will be a primary place for that to be celebrated and remembered 100, 200 years from now. I have no doubt. Back in 2005, the lodge, who many of you remember, many of you used, many of you grew up coming to it, was destroyed in a 1-2 punch from 2 separate storms that came and hit us hard. And in 2017, Hurricane Irma came through and devastated this place. I flew over it a couple of days after the storm kick because we could not drive all the way down to Flamingo, and the roof was completely off. I knew we had a lot of work ahead of us, but I also knew we needed to get it done. I want to recognize Nico Foris, the CEO, President and CEO of GSI, Guest Services, Inc., and also the chairperson of the board, Mr. Gary Gabris. It is wonderful to have you here. It is wonderful to have gone through this journey together. It wasn't easy. We ran into a lot of hurdles along the way, and we decided not to get stuck in them, but rather onward, right? That was our thing. And here we are. I also want to thank all of you for being here, celebrating with us, recognizing the contributions of so many people, including the Alliance for Florida's National Parks. Yay! Yay! The National Park Foundation and the Bailey Foundation, who contributed immensely. The Florida Parks Association. They have a store over there. I don't know if it's open, but you may want to spend some money over there. Flamingo is now a world-class destination that we can all be proud of. Miami-Dade County and Monroe County alike, and the state of Florida and the entire nation. It is a world-class destination, and Guy Bradley's legacy of conservation will now live forever in this place through this action that we are taking today. Guy lived here in this village in Flamingo with his family, wife, and a couple of kids. And he woke up one morning to the sound of gunshots at Oyster Key. Some of us went on a boat out there to reflect a little bit this morning. And he got on his skiff and set sail. There was no Yamahas or Mercuries. And it took him a long while to get out there. And when he arrived, he encountered Mr. Walter Smith and his 2 sons, one of them by the name of Tom, whom he had had a run-in with before. He found them shooting a rookery of birds for the plumes. And when he got off his skiff to make that contact and take care of business, they shot him. They murdered him. It wasn't until the next morning that his brother and the search party found him drifting off to sea about 10 miles from here. Guy had bled to death. That event not only crystallized the conservation movement here in Florida, but it resonated in every corner of our nation and perhaps around the world. His legacy has been alive all along. is alive today. It lives in every single one of our law enforcement rangers, both National Park Rangers and Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Rangers that get up every morning to do their job. You are Guy's legacy today, and we are grateful for your service. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, but not now, not now, not now.
All right,
I'll count. Smile.
who are we
Who
looking
said that?
1, 2, 3, cut!
So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and friends, as stated before, today truly is a momentous occasion in celebration of the reopening of this treasured property. It's an honor for me to stand in front of you amongst my colleagues, our former CEO, Jerry Gabries, who's now chairman of the board, our vice president of operations, Laura Sherman, our general manager, JJ Candela, our CFO, Dan Stoltzfus, everybody from guest services to share this exciting day with you. In addition to the completion of the Guy Bradley Visitor Center, the development of these 24 lodges and a 4,000 square foot restaurant certainly is a testament to the vision, hard work, dedication of many, many people over really the last 5 years. In guest services, we've been very privileged to operate as a concessionaire of the National Park Service for over 5 decades, 50 plus years. And it just so happens our history as a company is moving forward on our 107th year in operations, which is really the same number of years that the National Park Service has been in existence as well. I would like to notably recognize from the Park Service, like many people earlier today, Pedro Ramos, the superintendent, as he said the mantra, onward we go, over the challenges the last 5 years, resonates with us, but that's exactly what we did. We kept our chins up, we moved forward, and we deliver this to you today. In addition, the Deputy Superintendent, Sabrina Diaz, Christine Clark, and Allison Gant, thank you for all of your support today, very much appreciated, and so many others. A couple of other special people specific to this project was our lead project manager, who has a lot of blood, sweat, and tears out here today, Mr. Steven Siegel, who, Steven, I really would like you to raise your hand. He's with Hospitality CPM, who's been our partner. He's here with his wife today. And I will tell you, to the untrained eye, Steven sees every little defect that not all of us see here today. So we still have our work to do to continue to elevate it, but thank you, Steven. And the entire team at McKenzie, who was our general contractor building this great property. From the first blueprint to the final brick, every aspect of this property was designed with a purpose and precision to embrace these beautiful vistas behind us and landscape. It's about what this project symbolizes, not just the steel and the structure, but what it represents on a going forward basis for all visitors to have a unique and memorable experience. More specifically for this group, we have 24 lodges, of which 4 are studio rooms. We have 12 one-bedroom suites. We have 8 two-bedroom suites, 2 of which are ADA accessible, and all of them have beautiful views of the Florida Bay and the vistas behind us. In addition, we'll open the 4,000 square foot restaurant at the end of November, and the concept is a fast casual concept. Our menu design is such that we'll have local seafood fare, center, but also core items to fulfill all visitor demands as well as nutrition items. And from a sustainability perspective, many of these containers that were used, 38 here at the lodge and 13 at the restaurant, were repurposed. The water in the lodges are heated by solar panels, and many of the interior furnishings at the restaurant that hopefully you'll see next month are actually repurposed from past components of the prior Flamingo Lodge. So we're very excited, we're humbled, but at the end of the day, we do this with a profound sense of responsibility in working with the National Park Service. Our mission is not just to operate this beautiful properties concessionaire, but truly to make a meaningful impact through delivering the highest hospitality and embracing the nature and unique landscape here at the Everglades. And I just want to highlight that many of us know today what the mission of the National Park Service is, but I'm going to read it in quote. Preserve unimpaired the natural and cultural resources and values of the national park system for the enjoyment, education, and inspiration of this and future generations. That is the key for many of our children, grandchildren, and the forever business, as Superintendent Ramos so eloquently said today. So with that, we're very grateful, we're humble to share this special day with you. So welcome to the lodge, welcome to the restaurant, and cheers to everybody with us today.
You guys do it. You and the chairman, and I'll stand next to you guys.
All right, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. One last comment. We are touring room 201 and 202 for the group so you can see the actual lodge rooms. If you care to get a tour, we have our staff on hand to see the inside so you get a flavor of the lodge. Thank you. 201, 202.
Siempre que te pregunto que cómo, cuándo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes quizás, quizás, quizás. Y así pasan los días y yo desesperado y tú contestando quizás, quizás, quizás. Que estás perdiendo el tiempo pensando, pensando por lo que más tú quieras. ¿Hasta cuándo? ¿Hasta cuándo? Y así pasan los días y yo desesperado y tú contestando quizás, quizás, quizás.
Color guards, yeah, I didn't realize.